going to talk about today is Uranus. It's almost the last one, but it's not. Uranus has clouds of gas, and the gas on Uranus is very, very cold. And once you get closer and closer to the planet, the gas turns into slush. And that's kind of the color, the hue or the color. Yes?
What is slush?
Slush. Did you ever buy a slushie that's kind of like crushed ice, kind of slushy is when you have ice or snow and it kind of gets slushy, part snow, part water. It's not slime. Slime has a kind of quality that's like cheese a little bit, but slush does not. Slush is mush.
You mean like a slushy drink?
It could be a drink. It could be under your boots if you're walking on snow.
Yeah.
It can be slushy.
Yeah, like a slushy.
Like today.
Like a slushy pool.
Maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, that'll be disgusting.
Uranus is the seventh planet from the sun. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's the seventh planet from the sun. It's one of the biggest planets in our solar system. Uranus travels around the sun on a path called orbit. Do you guys remember what orbiting is?
Yeah.
All the planets orbit the sun. Most planets also spin around their own axis, right? Like a top when you spin it, right? When you spin a top, you go like this and it goes around. So planets do that as well as orbit the sun. Scientists think that Uranus was hit by something that tipped it sideways. So Uranus is tipped sideways. If you see the rings, they almost go up and down instead of around. Uranus has 11 rings. They are hard to see. The rings on Uranus are made of ice, and the ice is covered in dark dust. This is not a photograph. This is an illustration of Uranus being on its side. And as I said, scientists think that an object hit it and it made it tilt.
Upside down?
Not upside down, kind of sideways. So the rings on Uranus, what are they made of?
Ice.
Ice, and they're covered with dark dust, and they're very hard to see. Uranus has at least 27 moons. The largest moon is Titania. Titania is the largest moon. And this is actually a photograph of Titania.
What?
That's the largest moon
We already learned about
of planet Uranus. So it has at least 27, but Titanius is the largest one. And it has craters, just like our moon has craters. Titanius has craters as well. Miranda is also another one of Uranus's moons. And I believe this is also a photo.
Yeah.
This is Miranda. Miranda is one of the oddest worlds anywhere. It has craters, it has long marks, it has broken rocks, it has giant cliffs. Scientists know how Miranda got some marks, but they don't know about all of them. So it's a mystery for scientists, Joshua. They don't know how Miranda got all these marks. Let's see. Do you guys have any questions about Uranus? Okay. Yes.
Why is Uranus light blue?
Probably from the gas that's on it. What kind of gas is on it? I don't have that information right now, but I can look it up. Yes.
Well, so like, why is there like slushy on Uranus? Like,
The
so-
gas is so cold. It's so cold that the gas almost gets to be like slush. Remember, even the rings are made out of ice, right? But it's a gas planet. If you had any kind of spaceship, it cannot land on planet Uranus. It's made out of gas. And it's, yes.
why is Uranus so cold?
What do you think? Does anyone have a hypothesis? Why do you think Uranus is very cold? Owen,
It's gas.
it's made out of gas, okay. Do you have a hypothesis?
It's really far from the sun, so maybe it's that cold.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yes,
Its rings are made out of ice.
it helps it keep cold.
I'm not
Yes.
What if the Venus is full of gas?
Why is it made of gas? That's a good question. I don't know for sure, but I have a hypothesis. I think the inner planets are made out of rock, probably because they're closer to the sun and there's something to do with gravity. And I think the giant gas planets probably made out of gas because the gravity and probably the energy of the sun does not affect them as much as the closest four. If I had to come up with my own hypothesis, I think that would be a reason why they're, first of all, gigantic and then made out of gas and not solid rocks. Yes.
How many miles is it from the sun?
I have to look that up. I don't think it says that on here. Some,
It did on the work we took out. Remember that
yeah.
little book making? We knew it a half hour ago.
It tells me one Earth year is 365 days. One Uranus year is 30,687 days.
How
It's
old
ins-
would we be now?
Oh,
How many miles?
I can Google that.
I don't know, yeah.
I'll Google it.
I don't even think there will be how
So
old.
Aria's raising her hand. She might know.
Yes, Arya.
What object made Uranus this way?
Oh, go sideways? That's a good question. I don't think the scientists know exactly what object, but they think something must have hit it and tilted it sideways.
Sideways is like here.
It could very well be. It could. I think that's a very, very good hypothesis.
Out of space was silent.
Thank you. Kathleen is looking up how many. It's 1,8,371 miles.
Look, that's
From the sun.
That's very far away. Very, very far away.
I don't even
All right.
know.
So this is our presentation about Uranus.